All right, Shalom, saints. Saints of the Most High. Just give me a second here. Let me do that. All right. So, just give me a second here. All right. Watching the numbers jump up. All right. All praise to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakudash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Enough respect to all the brothers teaching and preaching the truth worldwide. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakathon. Did everybody hear good? How's it sound? How's it look? Let me know. I mean, it might look kind of weird because I'm in the dark, but as long as you can hear, that's the main thing. Let's move back a little bit. How about that? Yeah, let's do that. All right, so this lesson is entitled The Passover Conversation. It's basic, okay? You got a lot of new brothers and sisters coming into the faith that are in the faith now, that are coming in, they're waking up. So, we go over these things. Now, the Passover, and let me just make, 100% sure. Where's my phone at? All right. Yeah, okay. Everybody said, look good. That's great. Great to hear. Great to be here. And all those things, So anyway, let's do this. Let's actually start off with a scripture. And what I also did is I realized that I could just blow up, the screen on the, just blow up the screen. So I got the scriptures, a lot better for those of you that might be looking on cell phones and whatnot. The words will come in a lot bigger, a lot clearer. You'll be able to see much better. I don't know why I didn't do that before, but you live and learn. So this is Judges 5, verse 11. It says, they that are delivered from the noise of the archers in the places of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gate. So we're concentrating on they that are delivered from the noise of the archers. They that are going to be delivered are the elect. The noise of the archers themselves are those that, in real life, archers are those that shoot arrows. Speaking spiritually, the archers are those, because the nuclear missiles are called arrows, the silos are called bows. So those of us that are delivered from the nuclear destruction in the places of drawing water is the places of slavery. If you go back in the time of Joshua, I believe, it was said that when we conquered the nations, we made them hewers of wood and drawers of water. Okay, and nowadays it'd be pickers of cotton, milkers of cows, right? So it's saying, they that are delivered from the noise of archers in the places of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord. Okay, which simply means we are rehearsing the righteous acts. We know that the law is not going to save us. Faith, grace, being chosen, that's how you get saved. However, again, keeping the law will not save you, but breaking it will get you destroyed, because you break a law, you commit sin, right? The wages of sin are death. It is death, and that's plain. So I read that to open up with, because as those of us that are learning these things, learning how to keep the Passover and whatnot, don't be too hard on yourself if you can't do it, to the utmost 1,000%. And y'all just bear with me 1 second here. Looking for something. Okay, so the Passover starts. Let me make sure. It's March the 7th at evening, which is Saturday evening. Saturday sundown is the Passover to Sunday sundown. But after that, you have a 7-day period from Saturday sundown to, let me go back, Salakia. From Saturday sundown to the next Saturday at sundown is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Now we're going to get into all that. We're going to explain it, all right? Just want to mention that for everybody that, and we'll go over that again. Now I want to show you a few links to some videos. You can get rid of this. Let's see, you can close that. As a matter of fact, close Judges. I'm going to show you a couple of videos that the elder apostles made. They answer, this will probably answer a lot of questions that you got. Here's a short video from Elder Apostle Tahar. You might have seen it already. If you didn't, then it'd be great for you. I'm gonna make sure I put the link up. This video is about what I'm doing. What we're doing right here tonight is about information. Okay, we go into the scriptures and also give you some information from experience to help you out. All right, because I know, brothers and sisters want to keep the Passover and whatnot. All right, so again, this video right here is from Elder Apostle Tahar. It says from the comment board, how to keep the Passover. Somebody asked him a question. This was made a few days ago. All right, it's on this page, GMS DocuTube. Somebody from the comment board. It's only 10 minutes and 32 seconds. You can watch. You should watch it. Get all the information you can on it. What I say tonight, I may not be as thorough as he was, even in just 10 minutes. I mean, that's who we learn from, right? Here's the link to the video. Lock it in. Go and check it out and watch it. He gives some advice in that video as well. Okay, let's get another one. There's another one that was made. Let's go to it. Daily. This is Elder Apostle Gabar. His video that he did on it. Let's go over here and find the link to that, or find the video itself. Then I'll give you the link to it. Y'all just bear with me. So his page is Daily Edification, Daily Exhortation. Every brother and sister, if you say you follow Great Millstone, both of these last two pages, everybody should have these, because this is where we get our orders from, and that, is what it is. Every brother and every sister should be watching the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. This is two of the pages that you should be watching. So here, let's see, just give me a second here. You find it, China. That you may grow thereby. Here's the video right here. Okay, so this video is entitled That You May Grow Thereby, the Seriousness of the Lord's Passover. All right, so he goes into that. You can see it right here. He goes into the seriousness of the Passover. I'm gonna give you the link. This video is 36 minutes and 1 second long. You should watch it as well. Also, he did a response to the second video that Elder Apostle Tahar made. Let me come back and give you the link. Do this, GMS DocuTube. Doggone it, messed up. Y'all just bear with me here. Jake on the comment board talking about the equinox and this and that. This is a basic lesson. We don't want to confuse the sheep. So here, this is another video that Elder Apostle Tahar made. It's 21 minutes long. It's entitled That You May Grow Thereby. You should also watch this one. Elder Apostle Tahar did this video, and Elder Apostle Gabar's lesson was a combination of responses to this. Well, it was a response to this lesson, actually. He's going to the seriousness of the Passover. So make sure you watch these lessons that I'm giving you. You should watch them all, take it in, get the information, all right? Also, let's see, for the brothers that, let me see if I can find this one. I don't know exactly if I can get this one to come up. GMS Passover. Just bear with me here. All right, so let's see. Yeah, if you want to, there's an actual Passover service that the apostles did from way back. I'm gonna go to part 1 of it right here. They show you the full service that they do. All right, let me just go to and this is more for, like, I mean, you may want to go to and watch it and see it or whatever. This is on another brother's page. They go into the wine blessings and all that stuff. They go into all of it. This is only part 1 right here, GMS Passover service, part 1. It's on the Elder Kazak's page. Howard Shai is coming back. You can find the other parts on his page as well. I'm gonna give you the link to part 1. You can go to his page. You can check it out. If you get to part 1, all you gotta do is go to the person's icon or name. Right? It'll take you to their page. You can hit videos. And then you can cycle through all their videos and find what you need. Or you can just put it in GMS Passover service like this up here, and it may, all the different parts may come up. So let me give you the link now. Don, it's all good, no sweat. The brother said apologies for getting off topic. It ain't no problem. It's all good. That's what you did a good thing. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to calculate it, I just don't want to confuse Jake get confused real easy. So I just didn't want to, do nothing to confuse nobody. This is a basic lesson. We all, learning and whatnot, but some of y'all are not as far along. Now the elders did say in those videos that you're going to watch, they advise the newer brothers and sisters, not that it's advice. You can do whatever you want to do at the end of the day. You feel that strong, you feel that strongly convicted, they say it would be a good idea. You learn more, for the new first year, second year, maybe even in the second year students that you probably not try to do the service and do all the stuff. Now, if you want to, very basic, get the lamb, prepare the lamb, enjoy it with your, husband, wife, with your family. If you want to do that, best thing to do is cook your lamb, say some prayers, pray over your wine, make it plain and simple. Don't try to do too much, or just don't do it at all until you learn more. And what you can do is you should keep the Feast of Unleavened Bread. That's something that you should do. Now, when you start doing this, you got to keep doing it. Just like the truth. Once you start going into teaching the word, you can't stop doing it. You need to just keep on doing it. It's the same with the Day of Atonement. If you're going to decide to take the Day of Atonement fast, which is coming later on in the summertime, right? If you start doing that, you got to continue on. It's just like with the truth. You can't, put down the plow, as it were. All right, so now this is not a Q&A, but if brothers and sisters got questions you want to ask, advice, different things, I will try to answer the questions. All right, so I'm just saying it's not a Q&A, but if you need to ask some questions, but I got a lot of information here I want to go over. I'm going to share with you. I'm going to show you some stuff, give you information, give you some advice as far as what I do and how I deal with it. But like I said, if you got questions or concerns, let it be known. And don't think your question is stupid, even though we make, I make fun of people sometimes, man. But if you don't know, if you don't ask, you don't, if you don't know, you don't know, man. You just need to ask if you want to know something. So there's no further ado. Let's try to get into it now. Let me see something real quick. I got another scripture here lined up. Let's check it out. So this is Colossians chapter 2, verse 16. Now we read the other scripture about rehearsing the righteous acts. This is Colossians 2 and 16. Let no man therefore judge you in meat or in drink or in respect of a holy day or of the new moon or of the Sabbath days, which are a shadow of things to come, but the body is of Hamashiach. And I read that because we understand it this way. You're going to have other Israelite groups that keep the Passover at a different time. They may keep the Sabbath at a different time or whatever. When brothers and sisters are learning, we don't look at you as you an idiot or you dumb or nothing like that. We don't judge harshly or severely based upon that especially when you first coming in. If you keep the Sabbath right now, Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, which is wrong. However, at least you're doing that, Now the scripture don't give you permission because it says, let's go back and read it. And I want to make sure I go slow. I want to speed through this because Colossians 2:16, let no man therefore judge you in meat. This does not mean you can eat unclean food, okay? And I'm going to have to go grab a scripture in order to prove that. Let no man therefore judge you in meat or in drink or in respect of a holy day or of the new moon or of the Sabbath days, which are a shadow of things to come, but the body is of the anointed. Now let's go to Romans real quick, 14. Because some people, let me come back to me real quick before we read that. Some brothers don't like meat. Some brothers want to be a vegetarian, but this time of year you must eat lamb for the Passover, without a doubt. All right. However, some people don't like to eat red meat. They only want to eat vegetables. You want to eat that. We don't judge you based off of that. You want to only eat herbs. That's on you. Do what you want to do. You got the law. These things are clean. These things are unclean. As long as you stay within that, you good to go. Right? That's really what, as far as the meat is concerned, and in drink. Okay? So let's go on. Now, the brother got a question. He says, Elder, do we eat the lamb? Do we eat the lamb the tomorrow before the actual Passover? No, you eat the night of the Passover, which is Friday evening. I'm sorry, not Friday, Saturday evening, Saturday at sundown. You eat the Passover lamb then, and you also should eat it, if you can, if you're able, eat it again the next Saturday at sundown, to close it out. All right, you don't have to eat it every night because we can't afford that. All right, I guess that's what you're asking. If that's not what if you need more information, ask again. All right, so let's go on. So back to this, I got Romans 14 to prove what I was saying. This is Romans 14:3. It says, I'm gonna start at 1. Him that is weak in the faith, receive ye, but not to doubtful disputations. For one believeth that he may eat all things, another who is weak eateth herbs. Now it's not talking about all things, it just means all things that are clean, right? Let not him that eateth despise him that eateth not, and let not him which eateth judge. Let not him which eateth not judge him that eateth, for the Most High hath received him. You see, if you don't want to eat number herbs, fine. If you don't want to eat number, meat, it's not advisable to do it that way, but you do it how you do it. And this is not talking about the Passover, just mean in general. It goes on, who art thou that judgest another man's servant? To his own master he standeth or falleth, yea, he shall be holden up, for the Most High is able to make him stand. One man esteemeth one day above another, another esteemeth every day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. He that regardeth the day regardeth it unto the Lord, and he that regardeth not the day to the Lord he doth not regard it. He that eateth to the Lord, for he giveth the Most High thanks. And he that eateth not to the Lord, he eateth not, and giveth the Most High thanks. For none of us liveth to himself, and no man dieth to himself. For whether we live unto the Lord, and whether we die unto the Lord. Whether we live, therefore, or die, we are the Lord's. I hope that's plain. I'm trying to make it as basic and plain as possible, because this is a Passover conversation, basic understanding, right? Okay, good. The brother said his question was answered. All right, beautiful. Okay, so let's proceed. Yahweh Shemihao Shabarakatah. Elder Hawar from GMS North Carolina up there in Raleigh. Shalom. Anything you want to add, feel free. You want to call, you got something to add, brother, feel free to do so. All right. I meant to tell you that times before, because the elder from Dallas always calling and adding in, on the phone. If you want to call, feel free, bro. All right. Anything you want to add is very, very helpful. All right. The brother said, you said get a lamb, and I had bought a turkey. Now I got to go buy that. Don't buy a whole lamb, all right? You get lamb chops. We'll get I'll get some pictures and show you, when we get into it, I'll show you, what I mean, what we're talking about, all right? Then you go get lamb chops. Don't try to get fancy, because I heard guys try to get lamb kebabs, lamb gyros. No, the best thing to do is get you a lamb steak, lamb chop, something easy. Don't do all that. Now the brother said he got turkey. No, you cannot use turkey, bro. You got to get lamb. If by chance he was in a place where you couldn't get lamb, I would have to ask, questions or whatever. I would go on one of the apostles' comment board and you can get a substitute, right? Right. The brother said don't cook it in water, which we gonna cover that. All right. Don't cook it in water. Don't boil it. You just put it in the oven. Keep it simple. So let's get into it. I got Leviticus. Let's go grab that. We're going to read it. And y'all should take notes of these. Go read it in your own time, because it's much better. Somebody can tell you stuff, but when you read it yourself, you get the full understanding. And the reason why I'm doing it on Thursday, it's a lot going on, other stuff I would have done lessons on. However, this is important to learn, right? There's our friend Israel 101. If you saw the repentance video that I just made, many will repent and not bug out. That person from last night. Also, Israel 101, your other page is unblocked. I unblocked your other page as well. Now everybody should know you're a friend and not a foe. So let's go on. The reason I did the video tonight is because give you a little time, because let's see, you only got tomorrow and you got Saturday. If by chance you go out tomorrow looking for the things you're gonna need and you can't find them, you got another day in between. I want to tell you the last day. Plus, I'm gonna be on my own self. All right, so let's get into it. This is Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1. It says, "And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speaking to the children of Israel, and saying to them concerning the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts." A holy convocation is a Sabbath, a holy day, right? We say holidays over here, is holy day, holy convocation. 6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest, and holy convocation you shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings. Now, before the question come up, you should, if any day you take off, if you got vacation days, if you got time you can take off, just so happens this year that the Sabbath is on Saturday at evening. So everybody should be off, but in case you have to work that day, if you're going to keep the Passover, that day you should miss. Use a vacation day, call in sick, whatever you got to do. You should miss that. You should not be at work that day, okay? Now the brother did say that's good. I forgot about that. You can use goat also if you can't get lamb. That's right. You can use goat. All right. Brother said, follow GMS. Can we eat herbs that are not bitter with the bitter herbs as well, like horsetail dried herb? I never heard of that. You don't really need to do that. You don't really need to do that. The thing says eat bitter herbs, which is horseradish, and there are a few other things that you can use as substitutes. You can't get horseradish root, but I'm gonna go into that a little bit. And some of the questions already, you probably not getting on nobody. I'm just saying you might want to hold, because we're gonna cover some of this stuff pretty thoroughly. And then if you after that you have questions, of course, feel free. All right. So let's go on. So again, this is a Sabbath. If you just gotta work, you in Babylon the Great, don't lose your job over it. I wouldn't do it, but it's do the best you can do. 6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest, and holy convocation you shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings. All right, going on. These are the feasts of the Lord, and even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. In the 14th day of the first month at evening is the Lord's Passover. Right away, somebody gonna say, well, it ain't the 14th. That's gonna be on the 9th. You gotta remember, we are on Esau's calendar. Our days ain't gonna match up. The Hebrew calendar has a certain amount of days, and Esau's calendar got another certain amount of days. All right, you're gonna see other congregations. They're gonna do their Passover a week from now, 2 weeks from now, maybe a month from now. And the so-called Jews gonna do their Passover another time. If you following Great Millstone, you're gonna do the Passover when we do it. The apostles calculated the time or whatever it is. All right, so that's just what it is. All right. This brother said, what day specific should we miss work? If you gotta work Saturday and you work first shift, you go ahead and work. If you get off before evening, go ahead and work. That way, if you gotta work Sunday, you can take Sunday off. If you have to, if you work second shift, you would take I guess it depends on how your schedule is. All right, but most of us got jobs we off on the weekend. But if you take Saturday off to be safe, if you just gotta take Saturday off. All right. Now if it's third shift and they say Friday, you're getting too specific. Now Friday, that's your Saturday. Don't take Friday off. I guess you would take I don't know. I'm getting confused. Just try to be off if you can be off. You know what I mean? That's the main thing. The brother said, I have a question. Can I buy my family gifts for Passover? Really, that's not customary. You don't really have to do that. I wouldn't do it, just to keep it from being complicated. There's no need really to do that. As we read the story, you're going to see the significance of it, why we celebrate it. It said, can you celebrate it on Sunday before sundown? You should not. You should not. However, you got to do what do what you can do. You know what I mean? Do what you can do. You should. I don't see a reason why you would do that, even if you got to work. I mean, I would say you know, is we rehearsing the righteous acts. You know what I mean? I don't want to tell you the wrong thing to do. I never been in that position where I had to do it on another day. But if you have to, it's better to do it on that day than not do it at all, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, onions and garlic is not bitter herbs. We're gonna go over all the little details. So I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna talk about wine. I'm gonna talk about all that stuff. All right. Let's just get into it. So that's this, and I'm not getting on nobody. This is part of the reason why normally I don't really take a whole bunch. I mean, people ask questions all the time, but I don't say ask your questions because Jake just started right away. We can't. If you just hold your questions, more than likely they're gonna be answered as we go into it. So let's get deeper into it. We got a little bit of ground to cover here. And what I was going to say is that 14th day of the first month at evening is the Lord's Passover. The days are not going to match up according to that. Going on, it says, and on the 15th day, because again, the Hebrew calendar is way different, and you talk about thousands of years ago, all right? Thousands of years ago. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread. And we're going to explain that. In the first day ye shall have an holy convocation, ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord 7 days. And the 7th day is an holy convocation, ye shall do no servile work therein, which means you don't supposed to go to work. But that's what every Sabbath we ain't supposed to work, and we still wind up having to work. But this Passover is a little bit different, it's more special. If I had to work, I would take a vacation day, or I would call in sick. That's what I would do. I wouldn't go. I'm just saying that's just me, you know. And also, too, it's important to mention that on Passover evening, Saturday evening, all the camps going to more than likely be done teaching by evening. They're going to be in already. More than likely, the apostles going to be going live or doing some lessons, so you don't want to miss that as well. All right. And the best way to do it is you cook your lamb before dark. Don't wait till after dark, then be trying to cook. You don't supposed to be cooking because it's the Sabbath. So do it. Get it in your mind what you want to do. Make sure you buy, get it all, prepare ahead of time. You know, that's just advice. That's advice. Now, you do it the other way, it's on you. I mean, you know. So let's go on now. This is Exodus 12, and this gives the story of it. Exodus 12, 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, this month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Speaking to all the congregation of Israel, saying, in the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. Let me mention this. You men out there, even if your woman in the truth with you, you are supposed to prepare the lamb, not her. Normally she might cook, but this time you supposed to do it. You supposed to cook, you prepare the lamb, you prepare the meal, okay? You say the prayers, you do everything, right? Going on, verse 4 says, and if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls. This was back then, not now, because your neighbor more than likely ain't going to be partaking of the Passover. This is just for your house. Don't buy too much, buy enough for you. Whoever's celebrating, just get enough. Don't go overboard. Every man according to his eating shall make your account for the lamb. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. You shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats. There it is, right? The substitution. And the brother from Pittsburgh said it too. Yasharala Parsi and pray, right? He says, the scripture says, you shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats. If you can't get lamb, you can get goat. Now, lamb is pretty easy to find. You don't think it is because you haven't been eating it, but it's pretty easy to find. All right, you can buy lamb, because I've seen Jake on the comment board. Also to Elder Yatazak, if you got something to add, feel free to call in, brother. You know, but you can find lamb pretty easy. You can go to Walmart and find it in the meat section. You know, normally between the beef, it's somewhere around the beef and the poultry. You can find lamb chops. You might find, just go see what you see. You can find it at Food Lion. You know, if you know a butcher shop, if you want to prefer, whatever. But the better place you go, you're going to get a better cut of lamb. All right, it's just bottom line. Don't go to Aldi's, which they may have it, but it ain't going to be that good if you go to Aldi's, right? So and another thing too, some other people in your town, depending on where you are, the size of the place you live in, they may be out of lamb. That's why you shouldn't wait till the last minute. Wait till the last minute. I've done it a couple of times, different years. I went to all these different stores and couldn't find lamb. So Be cautious on that point as well. Yeah, the brother said Kroger's or Sam's Club. I've never got lamb from there, but I'm sure they have it. It's just, yeah, Publix is another one. Any normal place, it's just in the normal meat section. If you go there, they should have it. If they sell, meat more times, they should have it. It's not that big a deal. It's not that hard to find. Now this right here, what it says, your lamb shall be without blemish at male of the first year. We can't verify that. We don't have farms, which it really means. In the apostles' videos, they explain all this stuff pretty much, thoroughly. But it's hard to get a lamb that's pure white. We don't know what it looked like. We don't know what it ate, what it was raised on. Okay, so just do the best you can do. You're gonna go there. You're gonna get the lamb chops that they got. That's what you're gonna have to get, or the lamb steak, or however you get it. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. You shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats. And you shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month, and the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening. That was back then. Now we all divided and split up. If you around a camp of brothers, then that's different. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two side posts and on the upper door posts of the houses wherein they shall eat it. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with the bitter herbs they shall eat it. See, it didn't give nothing else. Unleavened bread, bitter herbs, and lamb. Here's how you do it. Eat not of it raw, nor sodden it all with water, but roast it with fire, which means in the oven. His head with his legs and with the purtenance thereof. You don't do that. That's when you have a whole lamb. Let's talk about something different. You just keep it simple. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until morning ye shall burn with fire. You just throw it out. And you ain't got to be trying to don't try to save the blood like you cook the meat and you get the blood, a little bit of blood, and try to go outside. You don't do all that. Because where you live at, you know what I mean? You probably don't own your own house. Don't do all that, all right? This brother said he bought boneless lamb. Boneless lamb, is that okay? I think that would probably suffice. At least it's lamb. I would think it would suffice. The elder from North Carolina, from Raleigh, said, "Get everything you need now. Don't wait until the last minute." That's right. Don't wait. That's why I said I did the video today. At least to give you tomorrow. You can plan, go do your shopping, get what you got to get, man. Another brother, Ghana Don, said Whole Foods farms, farmers market, butcher. Yeah, you can get it from all these different places. Right? Another brother said lamb is pretty common. It's pretty common at food stores to get. Really, once you start eating lamb, like I do, sometimes I eat it kind of regular. Not regular like it's in every week, but a couple of times a year that is not Passover, I might eat lamb. We just had lamb a few days ago, matter of fact. No, I said it already. No, you don't eat lamb for 7 days. You eat it the first night and the last, the first night, which is the coming in of it, and then at the end to close out, if you can, if you're able. All right, let's go on. And I'll come back, and if any of you brothers, if any of you elders on the comment board, if you see questions on it that I don't see, y'all, man, feel free to answer. All right, feel free to answer. Going on. So whatever you don't eat, when you eat it, you throw everything else out. Let me read it again. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire. Just throw it out. And thus shall ye eat it with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand. And ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover. This is why the apostles say it's not a lamb dinner. It's symbolic. It's symbolic of what the Israelites was going through. We was eating the food that night, and the Egyptians was bearing down on us. We was eating in a hurry, trying to hurry up and go. That's why I say you eat it fast, right? You eat the bitter herb, you eat the lamb. If I myself, I normally eat it standing up. If I'm home, like last year, me and Brother Yuan we was standing up. The women was sitting down, of course. We was standing up eating ours. We had our shoes on. You ain't got no staff. Just keep it simple. Don't try to, be super duper Israelites. And thus you shall eat it with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand. And you shall eat it in haste. In haste. It is the Lord's Passover. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast. And against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am the Lord. Let me stop right here. So now we get into a little bit of more other information, right? So Put it in short, and then it goes on. Let me see. This may be more. Yeah, let me go back and read a little bit more before we explain more. If the brother said if he can't keep it, should he fast instead? No. If you can't keep the Passover, meaning you can't keep the ceremony, you can still eat the lamb and still do the feast of unleavened bread, right? As we about to explain, you still carry out that part. All right. If you can wear your fringes, yeah, wear your fringes. If you can, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. Going on, it says, verse 12, I will pass through the land of Egypt this night and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am the Lord. And the blood shall be unto you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you. That's what Passover is. Israel 101, you listening? You had a question. You do this because this is symbolic of the Lord bringing judgment, but passing over us. I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt. That happened then. All the firstborn of Egypt died, but the firstborn of the Israelites did not die. The Lord passed over us. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast to the Lord throughout your generations. Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever. All right, so you keep that Passover meal. The first night is the Passover. The first from Saturday sundown to Sunday sundown is the Passover. The days after that is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Let's read it. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day unto the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. Got that? Everybody got that? And let's explain it a little bit. This means, yeah, the brother said, we wear our garments when we do ours. It's perfect, right? Yeah, his brother said, or his brother's asking a question here. We wear our garments, yeah. Brother said they wear their garments. Now, some brothers may say they don't wear their garments, but you really should wear your garment when you do it. All right. Now, Salakia. So let's go back. So this is what you do. You get your lamb. Don't cook it in water. Don't season it. Don't do nothing. Just cook it how it is. You broil it or bake it, however, whatever you want to do. Right? You get your bitter herbs and your wine, and you got unleavened bread. Which unleavened bread is matzahs, which I'll show some pictures of it. I'll show some pictures of wine. Matzahs are tortillas, corn, not flour. Don't use flour. Don't use no type of flour. And you got to get all that stuff out of your house. You get all the stuff. Do that Saturday before sundown. Right? You may even do it while your meat is cooking, however you choose to do it. Get all the leaven out of your house. That means no pancake mix, the crackers, everything. Everything that's got leaven in it that makes bread, and you're gonna have to scrutinize packages. Not only do you take everything out of your house from Saturday evening to the whole week to the next Saturday evening, you're not to consume anything that's got leaven in it. You're gonna have to scrutinize packages. You're gonna have to come up with strategies. You can eat meat, you can eat vegetables, but certain seasonings you gotta watch. You can use salt, pepper. If you elders out there, got some advice on that, you can. If you eat snacks, you should eat stuff like peanuts, plain, just salted, no flavors. If you eat potato chips, just eat plain chips. Just eat plain chips. You got to scrutinize all your packages because a lot of the barbecue, like these barbecue chips or Cheetos, anything with cheese, is going to more than likely have yeast. This is going to help you learn how much stuff really got yeast. What is unleavened bread? Well, I think I answered it already. Yeah, baking soda is leavening. Yeah, baking soda, anything that makes things rise is all leaven. You got to get the baking soda, baking powder, get it out of your house. And yeah, you can put it in your car. You can put it in the garage. Well, you should put it in your car because garage is still under your roof. But you have to do it according to what's best for you, where your living situation is. If you live with other people, you might not be able to do it. It's just the bottom line. But if you got your own place, then you can get everything out of your house. No cereal, no pancake mix, no flour, all that stuff. Go in your cabinets. More than likely, the best thing to keep is your canned goods, like your vegetables and your meats. and milk, stuff like that, juice. You can have stuff like that. Now from that stuff, you can do your own research. You can find out, scrutinize your packages, and you may have to do a little bit of digging. All right. I think I just answered that. What if you live with someone else and they have all that stuff now? Yeah, if you live with somebody, there's nothing you can do about it. Brother right here gave advice. He said, at the most, clean the room you live in. That's good. Oh, okay. Yeah, no beer. No beer. If you drink beer has yeast. Certain wines, certain liquors, you got to scrutinize everything. Certain stuff does have yeast, things that you don't even believe. All right, that's why you got to scrutinize everything. Now, you got some certain beer. When I was out there among the brothers in Arizona, it's a certain beverage. What's it called? I can't remember it, man. Dog, it's at the tip of my tongue. As far as I know, all my research told me vodka was okay, but brown liquor is not okay. But you got to do your research. There may be other websites now. Oh, the beer was called Angry Orchard. It's made out of apples. It doesn't have yeast in it, but it's pretty expensive. You just got to have it. But I would stick to just wine that you know. Now I'm gonna show some stuff. Corn tortillas are okay, but make sure you look at the package. And other things that can throw you off is flatbread. Don't even deal with it. Don't deal with no flatbread because flatbread got yeast in it. All right. All right. So most of the stuff y'all can research. There's certain packages and stuff. Oh, the brother said Jameson is yeast free as well. Yeah, the brother said, just don't drink. That's right. Just don't drink. Of course, water you can have. Now I got a few. Let's see here. So we got some phrases we want to get into. Then let me show some pictures. Some wine that I like. I'm just telling you what I like. Here's a good wine that I like. It's called, I want to see, make sure it's showing up. I turned a few brothers on to this. Brother Yuan, he loves it. Brother Ariala up in Pittsburgh, they kind of like it, but I think them brothers, they prefer something a little bit different. I love this. This is Mogan David. It's Jewish. It's made by a Jewish company. All right. Most every damn thing you got is Jewish anyway. It's some good though. It's kosher, meaning it's good. It's like right up here. It says certified kosher, and it got 3 flavors: Concord, blackberry, pomegranate. I've only had the Concord grape, but it's sweet. It's strong. It's probably got about 13% alcohol. You drink enough of this, you will be asleep. But it's good for the Passover. Some brothers may use other things. It depends, but I like this wine. This is a good one you can use. If you can go to their website. But really, you can find this wine at Walmart. If you live, where they sell wine, you can get this wine out of Walmart. You get it out of the liquor store. It's not that hard to find. Let's click on this certified kosher. See what it says. See right here, it says certified kosher for Passover. And you see this K with this triangle right here. You're going to see that on a lot of your packages. That's always a good sign because these, of course, the people that claim they're Jewish, they're not Jews for the most part. However, they do try to, keep our traditions somewhat. This is one that you can deal with. Mogan David wines are 100% certified kosher and perfect for your next holiday or family gathering, right? All ingredients, production, and winemaking procedures for Mogan David wines are carefully crafted to align with kosher compliant procedures. The kosher certification symbol triangle K can be found on each and every bottle of Mogan David wine and labeled kosher for Passover for your enjoyment. Now, I'm not going to pretend like I'm the expert on this kind of stuff. If any brothers know of, if I'm saying something in error about this wine, if you know some secrets, let me know because I don't want to give out wrong information. But it says, we invite you to explore our winery located in Westfield, New York, where our team carefully manages the winemaking process every step of the way, blah, blah, blah. All right, then they just give you some pictures of the vineyard. Now, the elder brother from North Carolina says Merlot or Cabernet red wine. Okay, that's good. Another brother said Mogan David is good. Somebody said, where can you get it? I already answered that. Somebody said they're in the UK. They have to Google that. Yeah. Yep. Google it. This brother said he's gonna try that wine instead of Manischewitz. We actually got Manischewitz pulled up as well. Let's go there. Hold on. So like I said, yeah, this is one that you can do that you know is safe, because some wine does have yeast. So be careful. But these, I know for certain, well, I don't know for certain, but they claim it does not have yeast. Let's do this. Let's go to Google. I can come out of that. Let's do this Manischewitz. All right. Manischewitz wine. This is another that you can use. And like I said, even during the year, even if it ain't Passover, that Mogen David, if you like wine more than liquor, that's always good to drink. You might like it. I'm just gonna make up something here. 02 1800. Yeah, how about that? All right, so this is Manischewitz. You're gonna notice right away up here. You see what that is, right? See that symbol? All right, it's made by you know who. Same way. This is Manischewitz. They got a few flavors. Let's see. Traditional kosher wine. They got Concord grape, blackberry, cherry, and these other brands here. Right? They even got this other stuff, but I'm dealing with the wine. This wine is similar to Mogen David, but this is a little bit more liquory, you know. But it's about the same potency. You can use this. I tend to like the Mogen David better. Mogen David is a little bit sweeter, but Mogen David is so strong to the point where you might even put a little bit of water in it. That's how you had to dilute it a little bit because it's so powerful. This is another one you can try. It's kosher. It's damn near the same thing. And both of these are relatively cheap. You can get the regular size bottle for around about $4.99. If you wanted the big giant bottles, about between $7.99 and $9.99. It's pretty doggone cheap. It's not, you know, very cost effective. Okay, this brother said Manischewitz is disgusting. Some people don't like it. You say you usually ride Wild Irish Rose. Yeah, I wouldn't. But if that's what you can afford, you know, that's what you can afford. But Wild Irish Rose is like that's like a bum wine. This is the Passover, you see. Yep, this brother, okay, formerly spiritual Malak, he said there's wine with the letter P on it for Passover. That's a great info to have. All right. Yeah, they getting money, but shit, it ain't really nothing you can do about it. They own everything, really. Okay, this brother said no Irish Rose, brother. So don't get that. Don't get that. If you're underage, Welch's grape juice, I suppose. Yeah. This brother say we call it Wild Irish Rose. We call that tweak juice. That's like wino shit, man. My granddad used to drink that shit, man. Back in the wino days. That's like Mad Dog 2020. It's rock gut, you know. Tweaker juice, like the brother said, man. Tweak juice. Don't get that. Class it up a little bit, man. Class it up a little bit. Shit. Mogen David is only $4.99. Manischewitz is around about the same price. You know, really, I believe the same company own all that shit. They just put different labels on it. Now let me show. So you hear this? Let's see. Let's look at some bread. Let's see here. This is I never tried these before. We did have some before, but I never tried it. This is matzahs or matzo bread.
Matzo.
It says a thin, crisp, unleavened bread traditionally eaten by Jews during Passover, and they talking about Jewish. Here's some of the pictures of it right here. It's like a thin cracker almost. That would be acceptable, I believe. I'm gonna give it a link to this so you can go and look it up yourself. Read all these entries if you feel like doing it. Matzahs, a matzo, or I guess they give a difference. Let's see, there's a difference. Oh, it says they're all the same thing. So, yeah. You can actually go there. I'm gonna give you the link. It looks something like this. Most brothers I know just deal with tortillas. You know, corn tortillas or whatever. I don't even know if that's gonna show up as a big ass link. But you could easily look that up on Google. All right, if you don't want to click on that complicated link, just go on Google and just look it up, just like I did. That's something. This brother said instead of matzahs, I eat corn tortillas. You know. Well, really at the Passover, You say how much should you drink? Just drink it when drink it when you're eating, And but after that, if whatever. I mean, just for the Passover part, you drink while you're eating. I mean, I don't know, I don't really know what what you're looking for on that. All right, let's see. I mean, you're gonna be at the Passover getting drunk, you know what I mean? But afterwards, when you at your own house doing whatever, that's different. All right, so let's deal with the bitter herbs. The bitter herbs, let's show something on it. All right, so this brother says, yeah, you can also do that. This brother said, I made my own unleavened bread last year. Just find it on YouTube. You can find it on YouTube. You can also go on Google recipes, how to make your own unleavened bread. That's something you can do, right? You really not supposed to. Just, I mean, if you want to do it, I don't know. I don't see why you would. Just get the bitter herb and, just chop it up, or either I'm gonna show a couple different things here. The brother said, can you put the herbs on the lamb before you cook it? Really not supposed to. You're supposed to cook it without seasoning, as it says. Now, again, if anybody know different, you brothers with experience, you can correct me on that. You're supposed to eat it in haste. Yeah, you're supposed to. Yep. All right, so this right here on the screen. Let me open it up all the way. This is some examples of the bitter herb. This is horseradish root. This is how it looked naturally. You can find it in the if you live up in Pittsburgh, you can find it in Giant Eagle, Walmart, different places, Food Lion, right? This is how it look in the root form over here. It's very powerful stuff. You're gonna see the reason why they call it the bitter herb is gonna make water come out of your eyes, right? So you normally, chop this. You eat a piece of lamb, you bite the bitter herb, you drink the wine, you eat, whatever order you do it in. This is how it looks. Also acceptable. It's just as potent. Let me see if I can find it. Horseradish diced. You can find it already diced up. This is one right here. Don't get the sauce. Try to get, I don't know why I went to that. Don't get horseradish sauce. Get it. This right here is it says Silver Spring. You can get it as diced up. You can spread it on your lamb. It's not a sauce though. It's just diced up very finely, very powerful, very hot, potent. I never tried this. I have tried this one. There's another one called Engelhofer's or something like that. It's powerful as shit. You can put it on, you can put it over your lamb. I would just get the root, or you can get it, just see what, you have to get what you can get. If you can't find the root, you can always find it diced up in a jar like this. Powerful stuff though, man. Powerful stuff. So that's pretty self-explanatory. So now let's get a definition for what they say is kosher. Let's get that. I looked that up. All right. So take it with a grain of salt, because they're using words that we don't like to say. Jewish. Kosher. All right, kosher, right? It says this: of food or premises in which food is sold, cooked, or eaten, satisfying the requirements of Jewish law, which that's biblical law. Ain't no such thing as, for us as Jewish law, because there ain't no such thing as Jewish. It's just the Jews, which are, Judah, Levi, and Benjamin. But it's safe for the most part, because they try to keep in line with what's written in the scriptures. It says genuine or legitimate, prepare food according to the requirements of, they say again, Jewish law. Here it says what makes something kosher. Kosher food is prepared in accordance with Jewish dietary laws. To qualify as kosher, mammals must have split hooves and chew their cud, which is in the Bible, right? Fish must have fins and removable scales to be considered kosher. Only certain birds are kosher, right? Sound familiar? It should. It's dairy, and it's got other stuff here, man. You want to just do a quick Google on it. You can go and find all the same info. It's pretty extensive, but you got the basics. So, advice: scrutinize all your packages. All your packages. Yeah, this brother answered some questions on the comment board. Let me see here. Yeah. Can I use basil, thyme, red onions on the lamb? The elder told you, no. Just keep it simple. No, don't season it at all. Just take it. Now, the thing said don't sodden it with water. I mean, you don't supposed to cook it with water. My advice is rinse it off. I do rinse mine off because you don't what I'm saying, you don't know where this shit come from. I just have a habit of rinsing my meat, but don't cook it in water. Just rinse it off. Do whatever you do. Put it in there. Don't put no seasoning on it. Just straight broil it or bake it at a high temperature like you would cook a steak. Take it out. Get your bitter herbs, your lamb, all the things that you need, and you go to it. Just eat it quick as you can. You don't got to try to choke yourself or kill yourself. Just eat it in haste. It's not meant to sit there, sit down. Yeah, this is some good lamb. Yeah, girl, what you gonna do Saturday? What you gonna do Friday? Yeah, bro, we were hanging out telling stories. It's not a lamb dinner. You eating lamb for dinner, but it's more. It's involving way more than just that. It's not just some lamb dinner. That's why we look at these other groups with them big elaborate Passovers like it's a party. It's not an Israelite party. It's not meant to be that. It's a solemn assembly. It's very serious. Matter of fact, when you watch the elders video from way back they did, the link I gave you, you will see how serious it is. They ain't in there partying, playing music, got boys and men playing, celebrities coming. No, it ain't. It's not that. This ain't that. Okay. Somebody said I missed it. So the bitter herb is not cooked. No, it's not cooked. It's not cooked. I've never cooked bitter herb. All right. If you get it if you get it out of the jar, it's diced up already. It's ready to go. You keep it in the fridge. You take it out. Or either keep it out. However, just like you get diced garlic in a jar, you can get diced horseradish. You take it out, put it over the lamb. You got to make sure you get that burn because it reminds you of the bitterness of captivity. That's what it's supposed to do, and it's gonna burn. It's gonna burn. Your eyes gonna water. Your nose gonna burn. But you'll get through it. You just cut the lamb, you eat the bitter herbs, and drink some wine to try to kill it. That's how you do it, man. And that's what it is. And you cook it to your likeness. Don't get it raw. Don't you can't eat it raw. You can't eat it rare. You gotta cook it. Well done. Yep, the brother said the lamb is like symbolizing Yahweh Shai. It's not a celebration. No garlic, none of that. No, just what it said. Get that. Don't add nothing else. If you don't see it on it. If you can't find horseradish, which I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. I can't remember. You brothers out there, I remember one of the apostles, I believe they said wasabi paste, maybe. I don't know. I would just try to stick with horseradish. Go to Walmart, ask the people. It's normally in the section where you can get. It's like in the cold food section. Let's see. It's probably near like what's that stuff called? Sauerkraut. It may be near that. You just gotta search. It's not hard to find. It's not hard to find. Yep. They already said it. Walmart. That's why I always go to get mine. I'm hitting Walmart tomorrow. Just go to Walmart. Ask some of the people that work in there. Do you have horseradish root? If they say horseradish, they act all crazy. Do you have it diced up in a jar? Do you have it raw? Like it's just a herb. You chop it up and you deal with it like that. So now we got some other scriptures we can go into. We got all that info out of the way. It's a spiritual time. It's a solemn assembly. Let's look up that word, solemn, so you can get the idea of that. And then we got more scriptures we can cover. All right. Just bear with me here. I don't know if raw garlic is an alternative. I haven't heard that. Somebody said on the comment board. But you could ask one of the apostles to find solemn. This is meant to be a solemn assembly, very serious, not playing around, not all laughing. You have to put yourself back there during the time when the Egyptians were bearing down on us. So this word is solemn.
Solemn.
Adjective, formal and dignified, right? Similar, not cheerful or smiling, serious, characterized by deep sincerity. You remember the ancestors, you remember the bitterness of captivity. Let me read that again. Not cheerful or smiling, serious, dignified, ceremonial, stately, courtly, majestic. Let's see, awe-inspiring. None of those really bring it to light. Just solemn, not cheerful or smiling, but serious. It's a serious thing, man. Right? What does the word solemn mean? Solemn. If you ever attended a funeral, you were probably struck by how quiet, earnest, and solemn the mood was. You can use the word solemn to describe anything that's really serious and dignified. See? That right there says it all, man. That says it all. So all that partying, jovial shit, no. It's serious. It's very serious. As a matter of fact, as the apostle's gonna tell you in the video, if you do it wrong, you could wind up dead, man. You know, the Lord might, I don't know what it is, bro. No, spinach is not. It's this. I mean, spinach may be an herb in its own right, but not for this. You want, you want what you want. You want the horseradish. That's it, man. His brother say he's gonna put the lamb on his grill. Okay. It's not an Israelite party. That's right. That's right. Can you grill the lamb? Yes, you can grill the lamb. It's supposed to be roasted by fire, but why would you? Just put it in the oven. You ain't don't try to do too much, The brother said near the chopped garlic in the jar. That may be right. Yep. That may be right. Depending on what region you in. All right. Okay, let's go on. Let's go on now. So let's hit the scriptures. I'm gonna go back to Exodus 12 and 23. Let's read that. Then I got a few more, and then we'll be done. All right, so back in Exodus 12 and 16, and in the first day there shall be an holy convocation, and in the seventh day there shall be an holy convocation to you. You got that? The first day of the Passover, is the Sabbath. Then you go all week long, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Then the next Sabbath is also, it's the Sabbath again. That's the end of the Passover, the end of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. At sundown, the next Saturday, you can resume eating normal stuff. Like normal bread, cereal, whatever else. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you. If you have leftovers after you're done, toss it out. Don't save it to the next day. Toss it out. And you shall observe the Feast of Unleavened Bread, for in this selfsame day have I brought your armies out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall you observe this day in your generations by an ordinance forever. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month at even, ye shall eat unleavened bread until the 21st day of the month at even, which is 7 days later. These dates may not match up. It depends. Different years, you're going to have different dates because everything is governed different. You're in a different calendar. 7 days shall there be no leaven found in your houses. For whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether he be a stranger or born in the land. Ye shall eat nothing leavened, in all your habitations shall ye eat unleavened bread. See? And then we'll go on and read a little more. Then Moses called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, draw out and take you a lamb according to your families, and kill the Passover. And ye shall take a bunch of hyssop, and dip it in the blood that is in the basin, and strike the lintel and the two side posts with the blood that is in the basin. And none of you shall go out at the door of his house until the morning. Now, if you do it at home, good idea. You don't even got no business being out anyway. If you do it in a congregation of brothers, you may be, you might just be there and then you leave and you go home. Okay? You don't try to be all extra serious. I can't, your mama call. She needs you to go over there. Mama, I can't come out. It's the Passover. Just, do what you got to do. For the Lord will pass through to smite the Egyptians. And when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the two side posts, the Lord will pass over the door and will not suffer the destroyer to come into your houses to smite you. And ye shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and to thy sons forever. Got it? And that's it right there. Now, as you go down, let's read a little more. And y'all give me one quick second here. Come right back. Hold on. Going on, it says, and it shall come to pass when ye be come to the land which the Lord will give you, according as he hath promised, that ye shall keep this service. And it shall come to pass when your children shall say unto you, what mean ye by this service? Like Israel 101 said, what is the Passover, right? So now you're learning, and I would also advise all y'all to go back and read this to get a better understanding. That ye shall say, it is the sacrifice of the Lord's Passover, who passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt, when he smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses, and the people bowed their head and worshiped. Got it? And the children of Israel went away and did as the Lord had commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. And it came to pass that at midnight the Lord smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne, unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of cattle. Most High killed everybody, every firstborn. And Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all his servants and all the Egyptians, and there was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where they dead. See that? So just imagine that's a great feat that the Lord did, because the Egyptians was oppressing the Israelites. They wouldn't let us go. I said, what? I'm going to kill their firstborn children. So imagine if everybody you know that's got children or whatever, somebody, as you said, in every house, one was dead. Imagine all the crying. You wake up in the, midnight. Oh, Lord, my child. No. Some people worship their kids, man. Imagine if your firstborn, whether they was older or young, babies, whatever, it didn't matter. The Most High put in work, man. See? So let's read a little more. That was a very terrible thing, man. And the Lord did that, but he passed over all the Israelites. He didn't kill none of our firstborn. That right there show you that the Most High ain't dealing with all nations. And it didn't matter if they was Egyptians or whoever it was. If they was in that area during that time, they got put to death. The firstborn got put to death. Let's see here. We can stop right there. Rest of y'all can go and read the rest of that in your own time. Let's also find out who that destroyer. Who was that destroyer? Because all these Old Testament only Israelites say that the Savior is not mentioned in the Old Testament. Yeah, but he is though. He was the destroyer, and we'll prove that. That was Yahweh Shai. Yeah, we keep telling brothers, Jake is not listening. Do not season the lamb for the Passover. Do not season it. Don't do it. But if at the end of the day, hey, to him that knows to do it and doeth it not, to him it is sin. Okay, bottom line. So let's read Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18. We're going to start at verse 1. I'm going to give you some info. It says, nevertheless, thy saints had a very great light, whose voice they hearing and not seeing their shape, because they also had not suffered the same things, they counted them happy. But for that they did not hurt them now, of whom they had been wronged before, they thanked them and besought them pardon for that they had been enemies. Instead whereof thou gavest them a burning pillar of fire, both to be a guide of the unknown journey, and a harmless sun to entertain them honorably. That was a chariot leading them through the wilderness. And the Israelites still rebelled. You start learning, man. The Most High protected the Israelites and gave them all types of stuff, did all kind of miracles in the wilderness. They still provoked them. That's why he was killing them off. For they were worthy to be deprived of light and imprisoned in darkness, who had kept thy son shut up, by whom the uncorrupt light of the law was to be given unto the world. And when they had determined to slay the babes of the saints, one child being cast forth and saved, to reprove them, thou tookest away from the multitude of their children, and destroyest them altogether in a mighty water. That was Moses, right? You know the story of Moses. Of that night were our fathers certified afore, that assuredly knowing unto what oaths they had given credence, they might afterwards be of good cheer. So that people was accepted, both the salvation of the righteous and the destruction of the enemies. The righteous were the Israelites, the enemies were the Egyptians, which are Hamites. For wherewith thou didst punish our adversaries, by the same thou didst glorify us whom thou hast called. For the righteous children of good men did sacrifice secretly, and with one consent made a holy law, that the saints should be alike partakers of the same good and evil, the fathers now singing out the songs of praise. But on the other side, there sounded an ill-according cry of the enemies, and a lamentable noise was carried abroad for children that were bewailed. The master and the servant were punished after one manner, and like as the king, so suffered the common person. Everybody had one dead in their house. We read it in Exodus. So they all together had innumerable dead with one kind of death, neither were the living sufficient to bury them. For in one moment the noblest offspring of them was destroyed. Their firstborn died. For whereas they would not believe anything by reason of the enchantments upon the destruction of the firstborn, they acknowledged this people to be the sons of God. For while all things were in quiet silence, and that night was in the midst of her swift course, thine almighty word, who's known as the word, Yahweh Shai, thine almighty word leapt down from heaven out of thy royal throne as a fierce man of war into the midst of a land of destruction. What did he do? And brought thine unfeigned commandment as a sharp sword, and standing up, filled all things with death, but it stood upon the earth. Then suddenly visions of horrible dreams troubled them sore, and terrors came upon them unlooked for. And one thrown here, another there, half dead, showed the cause of his death. For the dreams that troubled them did foreshow this, lest they should perish and not know why they were afflicted. Yeah, the tasting of death touched the righteous also, and there was a destruction of the multitude in the wilderness, but the wrath endured not long. So yeah, so even in the wilderness, after they seen all the miracles that the Most High did, he delivered them, parted the Red Sea, he gave them a chariot, a pillar of fire, quails, all kind of stuff, man. You can go to Psalm 78 and read that. It gives you more details on all the stuff they were doing in the wilderness, provoking the Most High, man. That's our rebellious ass people. See? Now somebody did ask the apostle on the comment board, do you have to be circumcised? You should, I didn't see what his answer was, but the brother said it right here. You must be circumcised. You ain't really, when you come into this truth, if you're not circumcised, you're supposed to seek to get that done, man. You really should get that done. So let's go on. Now I got more scriptures prepared. So that destroyer that came in among the Egyptians, that was Yahweh Shai, man. Putting folks to death. Well, not my Jesus. He loved everybody. He didn't love the firstborn of the Egyptian. Shit, putting them down. And Egyptians is not, there ain't even the wicked. Esau is the wicked. Let's see here what we got. Hold on, y'all. We got that. So let's go to Luke 22. I got. Yeah, man, our people stiff-necked, disobedient, gainsayers, all that. This brother here, he got experience because he in the camp out there with some different brothers. This brother said, if you ain't circumcised, I believe it's what he's saying, you can do everything else but eat of the lamb. If it was a stiff-necked people, okay, this brother said, Apostle Rhymelab said, you must be right. It's coming right from the top. See? Beautiful, bro. This brother said, if your loved one or family doesn't believe, do they still have? No, I mean, you do it. Don't, it's just like with anything else. If they don't believe, they don't believe. You do it. Right? And that's just it. It's for you. So people in the truth, you do it. If they don't believe, I mean, if they, I'll leave it at that. You can decide. I mean, it ain't like shit. If they eat the lamb, like no, don't eat that. I mean, you ain't got to do all that. But what I'm saying is don't force it. Don't press nobody to do it. We don't even press other Israelites to do it. They don't believe, they don't believe. It's just what it is. What day is the Passover? Go back to the beginning of the video, brother. We gave out the days in the beginning. And put it in short, Saturday, sundown. But you should go back to the beginning and watch it all, so you can get it right. so you will know for sure. All right, so this is Luke 22. I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, now the feast of unleavened bread drew nigh, Passover. And the chief priests and scribes sought how they might kill him, for they feared the people. Then entered Satan into Judas, surnamed Iscariot, being of the number of the 12. And he went his way and communed with the chief priests and captains, how he might betray him unto them. And they were glad and covenanted to give him money. They made an agreement. And he promised and sought opportunity to betray him unto them in the absence of the multitude. Then came the day of unleavened bread, when the Passover must be killed. And he sent Peter and John, saying, go and prepare us the Passover, that we may eat. And they said unto him, where wilt thou that we prepare? And he said unto them, behold, when ye are entered into the city, there shall a man meet you, bearing a pitcher of water. Follow him into the house where he entereth in. And ye shall say unto the good man of the house, the master saith unto thee, where is the guest chamber, where I shall eat the Passover with my disciples? And he shall show you a large upper room furnished, there make ready. And they went in and found as he had said unto them. They made ready the Passover. And when the hour was come, he sat down, and the 12 apostles with him. And he said unto them, with desire I have desired to eat this Passover with you before I suffer. You hear what's going on? For I say unto you, I will not any more eat thereof until it be fulfilled in the kingdom of the Most High. And he took the cup and gave thanks and said, take this and divide it among yourselves. For I say unto you, I will not drink of the fruit of the vine until the kingdom of the Most High shall come. And he took bread and gave thanks and brake it and gave unto them, saying, this is my body which is given for you. This do in remembrance of me. Likewise also the cup after supper, saying, this cup is the New Testament in my blood, which is shed for you. But behold, the hand of him that betrayeth me is with me on the table. Talking about Judas. Now, from this, these bugged out churches do what's called communion. You got Israelites that do it, because IUIC did it one time. Going back, they do doing communion. You take the wafer, drink the grape juice like the churches do. And you even had Jakes on the comment board. One Jake, I don't remember who he was. He was on my comment board asking, he went to the apostles' comment board. Can I take wine and bread and remembrance of Yahweh? You know, just, you think that this is the church. Like, this is the Christianity. It's not that. Passover is way different. You ain't doing no communion, right? You're doing it Passover. That's what it is. It's you know, it's dealing with what we reading and we'll be going in. And brother gave good advice. You hear it? If you stay with your parents, go in your room and do it. You can cook the food out in the regular kitchen, then you just go in your room. Just be secretive. It's not that hard. You sister, you can do the best you can do, you know. That's all. You just do the best you can do. Brothers too. If you're in a situation that you just can't do it, you just can't do it. Do what you can do, and that's it. And next year, you'll know a little bit more. If we still here, you'll know a little bit more. You'll be a little bit stronger. That's why it's advised. Go watch those other videos. Watch the videos from the Elder Apostles, them 3 video links I gave y'all. Go watch them. You'll get more information and more questions to be answered. They answered a lot of questions. I'm just doing this as a recap. Okay. Okay. Yeah. We good where we at. So let's keep. So yeah. So that whole communion thing, that ain't got that, you know, that's a pagan ritual, man. That's that, you know. They say it's well, it's based on he is right here. That first, what is it? The first Sunday of the month. They do that every month, I think, or something like that. I can't hardly remember because I ain't been to church in shit 12, 13 years. First Saturday they wear all white. They got on white gloves, white stockings, white shoes, white skirt, all white. All them in there, you know, all them in there doing wickedness, and they got on all white, rickety ass, little ass things of grape juice and a little cracker. Brother, cause y'all got 1 Corinthians 5 and 7. I'm gonna read it in a second here. It says, purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For even Hamashiach, our Passover, is sacrificed for us. Beautiful scripture. See? Beautiful scripture, brother. The water. And Yahushua is that Passover. See? And then, like I said, watch those other videos. The apostles go in depth on all that. So those of you that didn't have the links, you got them now. So I gave you the links. And let's jump in here. Let's see. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it right there. We stop right there on that. I got one more scripture we can read. A warning to all those out there, the new people. And the apostles going to read this too. When you watch their video, they read it and went into it. Our elder apostle Gabar did. This is 1 Corinthians 11 and 20. And it says, when you come together, therefore, into one place, this is not to eat the Lord's supper. For in eating, everyone taketh before other his own supper, and one is hungry and another is drunken. What? Have ye not houses to eat and to drink in? Or despise ye the church of the Most High, and shame them that have not? What shall I say to you? Shall I praise you in this? I praise you not. For I have received of the Lord that which also I delivered unto you, that the Lord Yahushua, the same night in which he was betrayed, took bread. And when he had given thanks, he brake it and said, take, eat, this is my body which is broken for you. This do in remembrance of me. Can I take wine and bread and eat remembrance of Yahushua on the Passover? After the same manner also he took the cup when he had supped, saying, this cup is the New Testament in my blood. This do ye as oft as ye drink it in remembrance of me. For as often as ye eat this bread and drink this cup, ye do show the Lord's death till he come. Wherefore whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of the Lord unworthily shall be guilty of the body and blood of the Lord. But let a man examine himself, and so let him eat of that bread and drink of that cup. For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily eateth and drinketh damnation to himself, not discerning the Lord's body. See? So you don't want to do this unworthily. If you still smoke, you got no business doing. Don't do this. You guys still smoke. You got doubts. You ain't sure, and you got one foot in, one foot out. This ain't for nobody that's playing around. This is serious. That's why other Israelite groups inviting outsiders and heathens and all types of unbelievers to the Passover it's really going off, man. It's really going off. But it is what it is, man. Yeah, the brother said it's a very important holy day. It's solemn. It's serious. It's not meant to be playing around. This ain't for nobody. This ain't for no entertainer lights. This ain't for entertainer lights, man. So if you right now you just woke up to the truth and you still battling, smoking, wait till next year. Wait till next year to do it when you can, when you can really, you know what I mean? You can take full advantage of it. This is not for the faint of heart. This ain't no small thing right here. Well, brother, I said I'm supposed to do it in all my generations. I'm an Israelite. Well, okay, then you're gonna be stubborn. Do what you want to do. Right? We got experience. We trying to help. If you're gonna be a hard-headed Jake, go ahead. Do whatever you want to do. The brother put up the perfect scripture. Amawan Abba got 2 Corinthians 13 and 5. Examine yourselves whether you be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know you're not your own selves, that Hamashiach Yahushua is in you, except you be reprobates. See? Everybody got different levels of faith. If you are not all the way there yet, it's not, hey, it don't mean you a heathen, it don't mean you wicked. It don't mean the Lord gonna kill you if you don't celebrate this year, because he know where you at. Bottom line, that's why we giving advice. And the apostles gave the advice. They said it's a recommendation that if you ain't all the way in, or if you're not sure if it's the first year or second year, even maybe, it's advised you not to do it. But watch the videos, the links I gave you, and pray on it and see where you at after that. This brother got a good quote. The Passover is double significant. The mercy of Yahweh for the first deliverance in Egypt, and the second through the sacrifice of Yahushua. Beautiful quote. Beautiful quote. And I mean, let's see. I got maybe one more scripture I can read. Let's go over here. Let's read. Well, I mean, there's many we could read. Let's read it. Revelation 21, is it? Let's see. Nope, 22 and 10. Let's read that. Bro, I'm going to say this easy as I can say it. Plain as I can take it. Plain as I can say it. Israelites do not take communion, man. Communion is a pagan ritual. Okay? They use it. They may use the scriptures for their communion in their church, but they're going off. They're doing it wrong. Which Christianity is a farce. There's nothing hard about that. That's easy. Israelites don't practice communion. If you see Israelites practicing communion, it's because they going off. Like I said, IUIC did communion. They actually showed it. So I mean, you know, it is what it is, man. That's why again, why we doing unity camps, coming together with groups with different doctrines, man. It's madness. But at the end of the day, all it is trying to help you, trying to advise you to get along. It's with anything else. If you got a problem with some part of the doctrine, whatever, then you got to do what's best for your house. You got one Lord and Savior, and there's one Most High. You're going to deal with him one-on-one. Revelation 22, verse 10. And he said unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still, and he which is filthy, let him be filthy still, and he that is righteous, let him be righteous still, and he that is holy, let him be holy still. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. Boom, there it is. Right? Really, you should learn more about it. She says, I'm just coming into the truth about 3 months. How can I 3 months now, but can I teach my grandchildren the Passover? My advice would be take another year. When you learn more about it, then maybe you can teach, you know more then. This brother said, now this brother, you was formerly of IUIC, he said they got praise dancers, which is wild. Brothers did advise that. I mean, I got that second hand, but the brother said, Elder Apostle Ramlob said, if you're, for confirmation, if I heard correctly, you cannot eat the lamb if you're uncircumcised. Look at this guy. I was just wondering when it was going to be one scoffer. Damn. Wow. I guess the brothers are, oh no, I wish I had penny nuts in my pocket. Come on, man. Damn, grow up, man. Shit. Elisha Israel. There you go. Matter of fact, just for this, let's play this. Hold on, y'all. I said that I was at work today, and I said, you know what? Playing this. Let me play it for the scoffers that come on. This is for all you scoffers that come on, man. All right? Let me share this. Because I say it, but now I'm going to play it. That was disrespectful as shit. You're going to come on something this serious and say something crazy like that. But it's all good, though. This is the title of it right here. Au revoir, Shoshana, right? I say it every day. Let's play it one time. For the scoffers that get vanquished. I love that. Anyway, somebody may think it's stupid, but you got to watch that movie, Inglourious Bastards, right? And Shoshana was supposed to be Jewish, as it were, and Hans Landa was one of the Nazis that was hunted. He killed the whole family, and she escaped. And he was going to shoot her, but then she got so far away, he decided to let her go. And he said, "Au revoir, Shoshana." That's why I say the scoffers when they get dismissed, man. Yeah. So again, think about what you're saying. Do we have to be circumcised due to prayers, or we just can't eat the lamb and the wine? You can drink wine. The Passover lamb, the brother advised, if you're not circumcised, not to eat of it. Really, do the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Do the stuff you can do. So that's it, everybody. Yeah, the brother said a demon manifestation time. They usually try to come in at the very end when we're about to cut off. They've been watching the whole time. They wait till we get to the end and they pop out. Anybody seen my tampons? Say something crazy at the end. Crazy as hell, man. So that's it. Lord willing, it was edifying. But if you need more information, you can get it by watching those links that I gave you. They're gonna say some stuff that, you know, other stuff, man. Yep, brother said in the wee hours of the video, they pop up. I could make a book of talk at the end, right? But yeah, so Lord willing, it was edifying. And as always, man, just watch the apostles videos, get more information. There's many brothers doing lessons on Passover as well, right? Look, Israel 101, where you're not listening. When do we eat the lamb? Huh? You eat it. Oh my goodness. Saturday evening, right? Anytime. You don't have to wait right till right, like if they say the sun, I understand now. If they say the sundown, you check your app on your phone, see when sundown is. If they say sundown is 7 o'clock, you don't gotta be sitting there at 6:59. Okay, the sun about down. You can do it anytime after sundown. Okay, but the best thing to do, but you need to cook it before sundown, but you can eat it after that anytime. So you know that's when you eat it. Okay, and that's it. And those videos that you saw, your brothers want to do this service or other things, watch the videos and take it from there. Yeah. Yep. Okay, brother. All right. All praise Yahweh Hashem Yahushua by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopefully elect. And see you again soon with another lesson, Lord willing. All right. The water for everybody sitting through it, you know, took some time, but we got through it. All right. So that's it. It's done now. So anybody with questions further than this, go back to the video and watch it again. Watch the apostles videos. All right. Shalom.